If you've ever started a 12-week year and then lost momentum by week 3, this template is about to change that. Most people fail at the 12-week year not because the system doesn't work, but because tracking your progress, planning your weeks, and staying accountable takes way too much manual effort. That's why I rebuilt my entire 12-week year template from the ground up. Now you can launch a complete 12-week cycle with all 12 weeks auto-dated and ready to go in literally a couple of clicks. Let me show you exactly how it works. This is the main dashboard where you can see your current year progress as well as any completed years down on this side, and then on this side here we have a dashboard with links to all of your pages, a sticky note that will sync across all different pages, and a new 12-week year button that will create a year for you really easily. Jumping into the pages, first page we have is our weekly plan page. So on here you will see your current week. Down here we have an overview of all of your 12 weeks for your current year. The years will be in a little toggle, so they're grouped together. So once you've finished a year, you can just toggle it closed and your next year will be above it. There is also some conditional coloring now added. So week 1 is completed, so it's showing as green. Week 2 is the current week, so it is showing as yellow. And this will move along automatically as you get through your weeks. There's also a list view if you prefer to view it in that way. Next, we have a goals page where you can of course see your current and progress goals front and center, and then an overview of any completed goals and a list view down the bottom. Quickly jump into a goal. You will be able to set a status. This countdown is a filter that will work out automatically. You will link it to your 12-week year. You'll set your targets. So your goal is where you want to get to, and your current is where you're currently at. This will work out the progress for you automatically. You'll notice a pattern. All these pages are very similar. There's a tasks page where you can see just this week's tasks. You can see everything you have to do. I haven't gone further than week 2, so there's nothing else showing here currently. And there is also a calendar view if you really want to see it broken down in that form. There's also a complete section down here and a list section for all of your tasks. And finally, we have a habits section. This is the new page. Compared to the old 12-week year, I didn't have habits, but I felt like some goals are more habit-driven than task-driven. So you have the option of doing one or the other or both within a goal. You don't have to choose. So as you can see here, I've set some goals for reading for 20 minutes a day. My target is to do this 5 times a week. It's attached to week 2, so that's why it's showing for this week here. And to make it easy, there are little views here where you can set your targets. In the overview section, we have a view of all of our habits. So we can see my week 1 habits, my week 2 habits, the progress we made on them, and what goal they are attached to. And once again, there is a set target section here, so you can see which week it is, how many times per week you want to do that habit. All right, so let's jump into the year itself. When you come in here, you will create life areas. This is unique for each 12-week year. So every time you make a new year, this will be blank. There's then a vision. This will help you define why you really want to work on these life areas. And then your goals will populate here as well. They will pull in automatically, and your weekly plans are here too, both a current view and an overview view. And then there is a reflection section where you can look back at all of your life areas, score them again, reflect on how well you did, what could be improved. There's a little formula that lets you know how well you did. So if your score went up or down, if it didn't change, and then you can reflect with these little prompts down below. The 12-week year also has the synced dashboard, so you can get to your week's goals, tasks, or habits really easily. There is also a progress section where you can see how many tasks, habits, goals you've completed out of how many you've set, as well as a total view of everything combined. And this is just the planning and reflection tab. We also now have a weekly plans tab, so this will pull up all of your weeks for you. And then there is also a goals tab. There is also a create 12 weeks button. This I'll show you in the detailed walkthrough where I'll actually enter things in and show you how to create your 12-week year. This is what makes it so much easier than my old template, and I love it. It takes so much of the admin out of creating your 12-week year. And the other really cool thing is you can now click into the week, and this has a whole lot of detail in it too. So there's some planning of how you're really going to get these things done. You can create your tasks and habits in here so they will all automatically be assigned to that week. You can see what you've completed, you can set your targets, and you can reflect on the week at the end of the week. This also has some different tabs. So we've got planning and reflection, a view of our tasks, and a view of our habits. Again, just to make everything simple and less cluttered. So with all that being done, I will show you how to step by step set up your new 12-week year. You can do this in a couple of ways. You can select a new page here, or you can select this button, new 12-week year. If you click the new 12-week year button, however, the only real difference is that it will actually open the page for you. There we go. Now it's all loaded. It can take a little bit because there's so much in here. The first thing I recommend is selecting your start date. So let's just say I'm starting today, January 12th. This will populate the end date for you automatically. And this is where I would then go through and update my title now that I know what the dates are. As you can see, the weekly plans are completely blank. There is nothing in here yet. Click this button. And all of them populate for you, and all of them have the dates automatically populated already. How good? This was the worst part I found in the last template, was setting all the dates, setting all the weeks, titling all the weeks. Now it's all done for you. So good. The conditional coloring is all set. Everything is set. So I would recommend going into the life areas, creating a new one. I do this in the score and comment because I find it easier. So let's just say physical health is the life area I want to work on. Like, I want to get fitter and be strong. Current score, I'm just going to say is 5. We'll set an icon and we're done. Now we have this here. We can see our score. We can see our starting point. I would then go through all of these sections and fill them out in as much detail as possible. This will help really keep you attuned to why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, so we'll create a goal. Run 5 kilometers. Let's say that's our goal. It's in progress. Currently, I can only run 1 kilometer. I want to get to 5. I want this done by the end of March, starting today. That's all you really need to fill out from those sections. You will then list how and why, like how this goal will be achieved, why it's important to you. You will see there's a task and habits section. I personally wouldn't recommend adding them from this view. It's more to view from, mainly because it's not going to attach it to a week. You're going to have to do that yourself. And once you have a few 12-week years going, there's going to be like 3 different week ones, unless you decide to title them differently. So the way I would do it for me would be to go into week 1 itself and then add your tasks and habits from this view. I also feel like with each goal, the habits and tasks are going to change week to week as you find what works, what doesn't work, what's too much, what's not enough. I highly recommend filling it in from here. So if you add a new task, let's just say run 2 kilometers tomorrow, we can attach the goal and we can attach the year, which is easier to see by the date, and the week is already done for you because you're doing it in this view. Same with a habit. If we want to set 20 minutes of physical activity this week, see the week is already populated for you. We want to do it 4 times. The goal is to run and then attach it to your year. And then that's all done. They'll both populate in here. And if you go into your goal, you will see them show up in here for you as well. And then again, at the end of each week, you have a reflection to help you really figure out what you want to do for the upcoming week. So that is the gist of how this template works. I really hope you found it useful, and I really hope you like my new button setup. As I said, I think it's amazing. Taking out as much admin as possible from a Notion template is one of my favorite things to do. So if you liked it, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd be so happy to help out. And I really hope this helps you plan out your year with less friction and less hassle. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your support, especially all of you who have already purchased this template in the last year, 2 years that I've been doing this. You are absolutely amazing, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.